Okay, so Punxsutawney Phil is the famous groundhog who looks every Groundhog's Day, which is always February 2nd, and he tells us if he sees his shadow, then there's going to be 6 more weeks of winter, and if he doesn't see his shadow, we're going to have an early spring. Or maybe it goes the other way around. To be honest, I can't remember for sure. But I will tell you, he almost always says we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. I need you to put your mask on your face, please. We're always going to, almost always, he says 6 more weeks of winter. And when I saw the forecast this morning, I thought, I am sure we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter. So the problem says, Punxsutawney Phil is a groundhog who began predicting spring in the late 1800s. So that gives you a hint. By 2015, he had forecasted 6 more weeks of winter, 102 times, and 17 early springs. There were also 10 years of missing data. What year did Phil begin predicting the weather in Punxsutawney? So, we know we have a year to reference, which is 2015, right? And by the time 2015 had come, he had predicted 6 more weeks of winter 102 times. So that's 102 years, because he only predicts it one time each year. And he had predicted 17 times that we would have an early spring. So that is 17 more years. And then he had predicted, or 10 years, we don't know what he predicted because the data is missing. So if we add those together, that's 129 years of weather predicting by Punxsutawney Phil. Well, if that was in 2015, we can subtract the 129 to see when he began predicting weather. 15 minus 9 is 6. I can't do 0 minus 2, so I need to come over here. Wait, what am I doing wrong? I'm doing something totally wrong. No, I'm not. I'm sorry. 10 minus 2 is 8, and 9 minus 1 is 8, and then bring down my 1. So he began predicting the weather in 1886. Phil began predicting the weather in 1886.
Which makes sense of the story, because it says that
Late
he began predicting in late
1800s. Okay, so some of you came up with a year like 129, and that's how many years he had been predicting weather, but we have to read the question carefully, and we had to list a specific year. Okay, now before we actually, I'm not going to read.